So when we're thinking about actinobacteria, there's a sort of classic pattern that typically pops up. So you're going to be looking at section 9 in the GENIE. So this section here that's called MAP kinase. And you're looking essentially for at least one or multiple red bubbles. And you can see these are all called MAPKs or MAP kinases is really the term. So you're looking for a pattern here of red, if it's one bubble or multiple bubbles. And the very classic pattern is a combination of that with at least one bubble of section 5 here where you see TGF-B or TGF-beta. So TGF-beta 1 receptor 1, TGF-beta 1 receptor 2, TGF-beta receptor 3. So all of these are in the same family, and what typically shows up is some combination of at least one of these in red, and then at least one of these in red as well. So that combination is very classic actinobacteria reactivity. The other section you could be looking at here is section 10. This bubble here that says TLR2, Toll-Like Receptor 2, has also been flagged or identified as being very responsive to actinobacteria or gram-positive bacteria. Specifically, if this is showing up exclusively lit up this section, you're really thinking about P. acnes in the skin and the body, and there's like an elevated presence of that. And so when you see patterns in these sections that sort of conform to what I just described, the interpretation is that you are showing immune reactivity to actinobacteria. What does that mean? It means that we've talked a lot about the distinction between the innate immune system and the adaptive immune system. And we know that CIRS is primarily, the problem is primarily in the innate immune system, in your first line of defense. Those immune cells that sort of rush into the crime scene as soon as some threat is detected. It's your first line of defense. So these are all proteins or receptors that fire or get triggered in that initial innate immune response. And that's what we mean by immune reactivity. It's like when you see these red bubbles, it's like those receptors for your innate immune system are hyper-reacting. They're like triggered. They're in almost some kind of trauma, PTSD-like state. They're detecting a signal, an environmental signal. It could be a toxin or a fragment of these bacteria that are just triggering these receptors throughout your body. They could be found in the digestive tract, wherever your immune cells and your innate immune cells are operating, they could be just very hyperactive. So that's what we mean by immune reactivity.